Welcome back to the garage, guys. So today's task is to figure out how to clean up this busy mess. I find this right here to be kind of an eyesore on these 60 to 66 trucks. And I think the solution is going to be real simple. And I'm hoping that this cold case radiator right here makes it real easy for me. So here we go.
Let's get busy.
So if you're watching this video, I'm assuming that you probably are semi-familiar with the 60 to 66 trucks. If you're not, maybe you're getting ready to be, and that's what you're doing is a little research. So what I'm up to here is this truck is a 66, and the 63 to 66 trucks had the radiator. So there's a cross member in the frame down here, and there's two little U-shaped pieces that the radiator fit down into down low, and then this bracket held the top of the radiator. Okay, I don't like that. And I don't like these shields that are on the side and all these rubber seals, and there's just a lot going on here. Let's just throw this over here. There's just a lot going on here, and it just makes this whole area seem very busy and cluttery to me. And I also kind of don't like these, so I'm going to even contemplate cutting this out of here and cleaning this up a little bit, but this is a work in progress. So this is the radiator that came in this truck when I got it, which is fine. They seem to be pretty common. I've got two trucks that somebody else has put these in. They're the exact same radiator, but they are cheap and they are made in China. If you can't see the Chinese writing on the radiator cap, trust me, it's there. So, you know, they are what they are. They function. They'll get a truck down the road, and that's fine. But I'm interested in this cold case unit over here. And to be quite honest with you, I don't remember if I saw that was made in USA or not. We'll see what I find on there, if there's any markings on it. But this is a 60 to 62 radiator, which I think this is going to make this really simple for anybody that wants to do this in the future. I think what's going to happen here, all these are the same. So where these shields bolt onto this support in the front, there's three places here on each side. I think how this is going to end up working, this is going to bolt directly to here. It's got flanges on the side. So that's my plan, is to kind of get rid of some of these extra pieces and just kind of clean this up a little bit, and allow me to get rid of this big bulky top bracket right here that I don't like. I want everything to be a little tidier. So that's my goal today, is get all this stuff out and see if any of this works out like I think it's going to. All right, here it is mounted on here. You can see flanges out here mount directly to the radiator support. There are two different mounting positions. It looks like an upper and a lower. This is in the upper, so it's actually going to be a little taller up here, which is kind of the look that I was after. I'm going to show you this though. Here's going to be the kicker. Let me get this camera up here. Okay. So here's kind of the look that I was after with this up here. Kind of gives it a little bit of a, I don't know, just it's cleaner to me for starters, but this is, I don't know how to describe this. It's just a look that I'm after. But here's going to be the problem. Look down here, how far the radiator sits down below this support. And on the 63 to 66s, the radiator only comes down to the bottom of this, or roughly right in that area. So this is going to be a problem. I already know this is going to be a problem, and I've got an idea for what I'm going to do. Let me get it on the truck and show you what I'm talking about here. Okay, here it is mounted on the truck. And you'll see that I'm way forward right now. I actually can't get the radiator support back onto the mounts where it's supposed to be. And the reason for that is partially the radiator body, which is sticking down below where it should be on this generation of truck, and mainly because of the tube on the bottom of the radiator for the hose. So it's buttoned up against that. So this piece is interesting. It's got a profile that comes up in the center on the bottom. I'm kind of thinking about just taking this out and flipping it over upside down and seeing if that happens to clear this tube on the radiator. I kind of doubt it, and it's probably still gonna not allow me to get the radiator all the way in and get the radiator support onto the front here. So this is probably gonna have to be modified pretty significantly. All right, I got this cross member out. Here's the shape that I was talking about that was facing downward. My thought is to maybe take this dude, flip it upside down, put it back in there. Obviously I need to do a little trimming here still. And I don't really get the feeling like this is going to be low enough, but that was a thought. So tinkering with some ideas here. So this is the original front cross member that was in the truck. Goes in the truck this way. The engine would be back here. I've looked at this to flip it over because it had this shape in it right here. And that's not going to work. It's not high enough. So I've been playing with some lines and some shapes. I think I'm looking at this lower area here. And that shape, if I cut that off of there, then I can put another flange back on here that follows that shape, retain some strength out of this, and clear the bottom of that radiator. Test fit there for the piece after cutting that big chunk out of it. See how the radiator is going to fit in around there. That's just what I was after. Already got one side done here. This is a piece of 1.5 by 1/8 thick flat bar that I'm using to shape into that radius I put on here. I'm going to weld that in here to kind of give this a little more strength back. Here's the crazy part. You guys are gonna think I'm freaking nuts, but I don't have a roller, slip roller or anything to bend this. So I'm just kind of doing it by hand, and it's a pain in the butt, but it is what it is. well, this is going to be an issue. So now I've made room in the frame for the radiator to set down, you know, extend down without running into that cross member. And I put the fan shroud and the electric fan on. But the fan and the nose of the water pump, they want to live in the same space. And that's not going to work at all. Just so happens my neighbor does a little CAD work for fun. And it just so happens that I know a guy that's got a water jet machine. So I had a new plate cut out for my fan shroud opening here. And my two 10-inch ball fans go on here like so now. And my radiator and pulley will clear this by quite a little bit actually. So it makes quite a bit of difference for this engine and its setup. Get you guys in here and get a little close up on how everything clearances. So you can see I can get my hand all through all of this now. I've got plenty of space around here. And kind of how it all sits and looks in there. Of course, nothing has a final finish on it yet, but most of this will be blacked out. And a little bit of a look on how the radiator fits with that cross member down here also. That's about it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Sure appreciate it. See you guys next time.